Let's see if... what in the world? Now we wait for it to load. It's gonna be a while. Yeah. You don't have to join this time. Alright, we are back on this world. What was I doing? I can't remember. It's been an entire night. Had my stomach full of good food and I can't remember what I was doing. There's a stronghold over there and there's a salvage yard over there. I am surrounded by pirates. That's what I am. I am absolutely surrounded by pirates. Alright, so we're back to building all this stuff. That's still going through all that? Yes, it is. We're gonna have a lot of silicone, but we're gonna need more iron. Okay, there we go. So we'll just have to do that. More likely go pick up some more iron while that stuff gets built. That way we continuously have a really good source of iron because we're going to need a lot of iron. I feel like I already made a hole around here somewhere. All over. There's a hole right there. And welcome whoever joined. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Me, I'm going to go fucking insane playing Space Engineers and trying to figure out all the mechanics again. Yeah, it's... I hope you all are able to hear me alright. There we go. Sad part about the basic refinery is it's not that fast in when it comes to refining the stuff besides like stone and iron. Stone and iron, it refines it fairly quickly. But when it comes to everything else, it kind of doesn't. Not even kind of, it just doesn't really. Because I can manually move this down because it's not going to take it down. But it won't be able to fit there. It might be able to fit down there. There's still a shit ton of silicon nickel up here. Itchy, itchy forearm, itchy, itchy forearm. I found something so I'm not straining my bicep muscles trying to keep my arms straight with me sitting on this here couch. And having my keyboard connected by wire to the PlayStation because Bluetooth is just a pain in the ass and I don't have Bluetooth keyboard or mouse. It'd be nice if I did, but I don't. So I'm just gonna do what I can do. Plus, I don't like the thought of having to keep recharging my keyboard or my mouse over and over and over and over again. I find it very annoying. The very thoughts. I should actually kill myself. So I'm doing pretty good there. Okay. But yeah, a lot of this is gonna be just me working on getting this stuff built up, more or less. That's what a lot of this is gonna be. But I'm also going to build some of this up too. Yep. I kind of figured I'd run out of steel plates eventually. Alright, so all that's gonna be a little bit. So we're gonna go back to mining. What else can we do right now? Oh yeah. That's a lot of blocks that I've unlocked. He really doesn't like me going into the progression tree much. Just, more and more of this stuff that we call grinding, which to most people is boring, but it can be after a while, especially if you do it too much. Alright, so back up here, I should honestly make some improvements to that thing. But for this kind of mining, it would not be helpful. All it would be helpful in doing is getting more stone. Which can be kind of helpful, but not always. At some point I'm going to get better at base building where I can actually make everything look neat and beautiful and futuristic. Instead of one big blob. Yes. Alright, so how close to getting all that stuff done? Pretty close. It's definitely got enough silicone wafers to be able to do the bulletproof glass too. Cool. All that stuff went up higher. Fairly close to being able to fish on one of those. That way, when the sun comes back around, I'll be able to start getting a lot more algae. Because right now it's going to be my basic thing for food. Which in all reality sucks. But it's the truth. Yeah, it's all components successfully withdrawn. There we go. So now, that in the build planner, on with that, that one, that one. Should probably start work on the ones over here too. There we go. Let's see. Honestly, the kelp crypts are not that good at all, but they're keeping me alive, so that is the good thing. It's a very good thing. And of course, it's all about I need more iron. It's always gonna be I need more iron. That's a dog. No, 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 no. You're supposed to hunt me, not the other way around. Get back here, Buster. Hey, you guys are supposed to be going after me, not the other way around. Like, what the hell was up with that? Bright side, I have some raw meat here. Male meat, which means I can actually turn that into food. We'll come up here. We got cooked. We can make cooked male meat. Ooh, I can make a lasagna or a burrito. Cool. But you know what? I'm able to make stuff for food, and it's going to keep me alive, then it's going to be good enough for me. Come on down here where That's going pretty well. Yep, I only had 4 meat, so it only made 4 of those for me. Which is pretty good. Alright, now back to what I was going to do, which is I was going to go mining. Yep, I know I could drive over here, but you know what? I'm gonna waste the time. I already got enough of this stuff for right now. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just mining it to build up a more of a just build up a bigger stockpile of it, to be honest. Because I have more than enough to last me a little while. But there's always gonna be another project, so might as well get stocked on now rather than later. I just filled up everything up. And that's definitely going to take a little while to finish out. A lot of it takes a lot of nickel and a lot of silicon. Iron, nickel, and silicon are some of the biggest things for this. Top that off with the cobalt that's needed to make like storage containers. Which reminds me. Interior plate in place. I'm just going to move that. So I like having a lot of storage. So I'm just going to place that. And that'll be my next project, is literally just building those. I'm just in my clothes. Yeah, I don't have stuff to make superconductors yet. So we're going to do that. Click that. And I'm just going to keep on building up a large reserve of both iron, silicone, nickel for right now. Probably some, and I should go get some, honestly what I should do, I should put the interior plates back and I should go build up a reserve of magnesium. Because I'm going to be needing to build quite a bit of ammo here soon. Because I'm setting up defenses against either dogs or zombies or whatever. So, I should go and mine that up instead. Yeah, that was a tree. Whee! Alright, so I was roughly about here when I did that. There was magnesium over there. In a rock. Kind of a go figure type thing right there for me, but it's whatever, you know. So. And I know stone, for some reason in my game, is giving magnesium and stuff, but it's not enough. I need a lot more, especially if I'm going to be making a lot of ammo later on. When I start setting up my defenses, 400 meters out in every direction, off every 4 corners direction with turrets, because that's how you usually do stuff. You want to set out turrets with almost their own battery power and everything, roughly about 400 meters out from your base. That way you have maximum coverage, and hopefully the pirates and reavers don't come close to your base. Hey, this is one really bumpy ride. I'm not even going that fast. Not even going that fast. It's a really freaking bumpy ride. Well, I almost hit that. That would not have been good. So. That stuff in there. And we'll just scooch on down here to the thing, and yeah, that's a lot better. See how quickly it's going up? Ooh, yeah. It's a lot better number. Crap. One of my mods I do miss from the computer is auto sort mod. You can literally auto sort all my materials, everything into each other through all this stuff, and it wouldn't drive me crazy. This stuff is driving me crazy. But let's check out the production. Looks like it's done. Now I know. Okay. Yeah, I know I had enough stuff to like build one of these and everything, or a few of these, to be frank. Looks like I need to go back and grab some more stuff. cool thing about the algae stuff is it does not require battery power. All it requires is sunlight. Direct sunlight all the time. I'm hoping. I probably spaced them a bit too much, and I shouldn't have done that. But hey, it's something I do. Hoping I can get the rest of these built. That way, I can start really pumping out food once the sun comes back up. That's the hope, anyway. Not sure if it's gonna happen. Really, I'm really not sure it's gonna happen, but it's a hope. A lot of stuff. Okay, so we got magnesium going through the system right now. That's a lot better sight, especially since I'd like to get that done sometime soon. And it requires 0.13 magnesium power, which means that I can do quite a bit, especially for a lot of the stuff that we need. Cannonball! There's a cannonball! Oh boy. Every ammunition takes different amount of magnesium, so having a lot of magnesium built up is a good thing. Hey look, there's flares. And fireworks? Oh. You would think that flare magnesium would require magnesium. In reality, it does not, apparently. Who knew? I'm wondering, do I have the... Yes, I do have them unlocked. It'd be good if I can start, developing my own hydrogen, oxygen. Use it kind of for, everything. So that's going to be another thing I'm going to be working on building. I also want to set down my own survival kit, so it's not just on the rover. Let's see. Yeah, I could just do that there. And go from it like that from there. It actually would make sense. Especially with how I'm having all this stuff working out. It also means that I'm going to want to add a bunch more steel plates. Heavy steel plate thing. I'm going to want more of these things too, so let's do 20 of those. For some reason it only requires big ones. It's so very confusing why this magazine, flare gun magazine, only requires nickel. It doesn't require magnesium. Like, why? That doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. That stuff's going. Maybe I could go try to find a bush that has wheat seeds and stuff in it. That way I can start growing more food instead of just doing kelp. Let's back up. So nope, nothing there. Let's check out what's over here. That's... Oh. I was in my back jetpack. Didn't realize I did that. Oy vey. I'm having an off day. Very off day. I'm not really seeing anything that's like looks like would be turned into food. I'm running into every single bump on this planet, but I'm not running into anything that could possibly be made into food. Holy crap, there's a lot of bumps. There's a shit ton of bumps. It was a really big amount of bumps. Holy crap. As I'm getting closer, I'm going to start slowing down. And there we go. Alright, so... What am I running? What did I run low of here? Like, there shouldn't be nothing that has run low of either. Well, I guess I just ran out of silicone again. Somehow. So we'll start making more of that so I can get, more other stuff. Okay, so my plan for this O2 lab, O2H2 lab here, is I'm literally going to connect it right there. And I'm going to take this lovely thing here. Oh yeah. Got only connections on the top and bottom. You know what? I'll come with an idea. I'll put that one right there. And by using these, which of course I need the interior plates for. Gosh darn it. I will switch that around. That there. There's that there. I am having a hard time with my jetpack today. put that there and do that, and now connect all that together. It's complicated, but oh well. Finding solutions to things I want to do. Which also means that at some point I gotta go out and I have to mine a crap ton of ice. Yeah, not even kidding about that. But for now, that's what we'll have to do. Place that there. As well as that. That there. Doing okay with everything else otherwise. Alright, so this place is already conveyor heavy. Did I just run off silicone again? Shouldn't be, but I am. Sucks. Alright, so back to this. Now, most stuff I'm having to wait for is more or less bulletproof glass for these two. And the last one. Okay. It's lining up nicely. Pretty soon I'm going to be getting plenty of food. So, run back here, see if I have the stuff to finish this two out. If not, I'll have to go and I'll have to wait until this is done. Which means I should just go and mine up more silicone as soon as I get done putting this stuff into the build I'm doing over here. It's always needing more of one thing or another. So it's pretty much a waiting game. Which sucks, but hey, what can you do? The game is really beautiful though, so. Just like that, we got those going, but they're not fully done yet. That's okay, they don't really have to be. Go in here, cancel production on that, and start production on that. Which of course still features more bulletproof glass. Yay! I have no clue for what, but yay. Oh, it's for the lab O2H2. Huh, who knew? What is that? Pounder cannon? Here's a pounder cannon! Yar har! You may dies. But for anybody wondering, a large part of space engineers is collecting materials, building the things, or producing the mass, building, and doing it over and over and over. As a heads up for anybody that's interested in this game, it's a lot of grinding. It can be fun. It is pretty fun. But it is a lot of grinding. But now I have this finished. The sun is right there, which means it's still going to take a little while before. It's still going to be about half hour or so before it is up. So just gotta keep on going. Keep on trucking. That's all any of us can do. And I'm going to take the... Okay, to make medical components, which is needed for a survival kit, you need silver. I don't have that much silver, I don't think. It's 6 per 1. So the amount of silver I have right now is 3. That's only half of one medical component. So my best bet right now is to break down this right here. That was creepy. And put it on there. And use this as pure exploration. That is a creepy light. thunderstorm with no rain. Or I can start traveling out and about while that's building and hope I get lucky and find silver. Those are my two options right now. But, you know, I need to use up some time anyway, so I might as well go traveling for a little bit. And hope I get lucky. That's all I can hope to do is hope I get lucky. Not having too much luck right now because I haven't run into any more ores, so it looks like I got really lucky in that one spot. Oh, that's a true fashion bush, which is not what I need. What's that over there? Like, I'm trying to find... I'm looking for both silver, gold, and I'm also trying to find wheat as well. Hey, there's more cobalt. What's that? Iron. Gold! Yes, I will take some gold, please, and thank you very much. So, I'm going to line it up here. As soon as I'm on top of the gold, like right now, go into here, go to my GPUs, I'm going to create a new one. You gotta remember the atomic lettering for gold. I believe it's AG. Check when we get back to the base because I have gold there. But I'm going to mine down until I hit the gold, and I'm going to make an entire inventory of it just so I can have it and bring it back to the base. Because gold is very, very useful in more ways than one. Hopefully, since I found gold, soon I'll find silver, and I'll have a bunch of that too. If I can have a bunch of silver, then I can start making my own medical components, which means it'll be easier for me to make both spiral kits and a medical station or first aid station, which is going to be awesome. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to work on my base building skills. Because frankly, I suck at it. It's a big square with everything jammed into it. And I actually want to make a cool looking base at some point. So I'm going to work on that. But right now we're just going to keep digging into the earth until we hit this gold. And we still have over 50 meters to go. So we'll just keep on going here. Keep on digging down. We found gold. Not fool's gold either, even though I am a fool. Keep on going down, 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 down. Maybe I should have gone the other direction. Post went towards the magnesium, went past there. Probably had silver that way. Possibly. No. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. Plus, if I really need to, I can just turn that rover into a giant mining rover, and I can just take it to the freaking mountain and just dig up as much stone as I want just to get stuff that way. which would probably be the easiest way to do it, but, you know. Gold, definitely going to take gold. It's filling up very slowly. Hey, that's quite a bit of gold so far, so. Probably always gonna be more. There we go. That should be enough. Now. Back up to the surface. Alright, cool. So we found iron, gold, and cobalt there, which was cool enough as it is. Quite a bit, to be honest. Alright, so keep driving this way for a little while. Hope we come across some silver, even if it's in a rock form. And yeah, go from there. If we don't find any silver, then I'm definitely going to turn this into a mining rover. And the survival kit on the back of it is going to get changed to a couple medium cargo containers. What is that? More gold! Here comes the gold rush, folks. We found the Gold Valley. Silver, there it is. Fucking, these bumps are brutal. They're brutal, man. They're brutal. About as brutal as my ex-wife. But yeah, this is what I'm searching. Now all we gotta do is get to it. Silver, here we come. And then I'm gonna mark it where that silver's at once I get to it as well. I believe the periodic table name for silver, or the abbreviations, AU, I believe. Oh, silver is AG. And gold was AU. Whoops, I messed that one up. You guys can tell, I never took chemistry. And I can easily fix all that. After all, this is a game. I can easily fix any sort of fuck up from my own GPSs. And while I have silver and gold going to the refinery later, because it's going to have to go through the refinery hard later, not for me to use it, I am going to go and collect as much ice as I possibly can. That way, I have enough stuff for the O2, H2, or the oxygen hydrogen laboratory generator. to keep my oxygen and my H2 levels up. Of course, I don't need oxygen as we are on a Earth-like planet, and there's plenty of oxygen. But I need to keep my hydrogen up so I can keep flying faster. I'll probably even make a hydrogen bottle so I can continue to keep my hydrogen levels up as well. But yeah, after this, I believe we will go and head back to base so I can drop all this stuff off into the refinery itself. Because, you know, this is some important stuff here, people. About as important as the first discovery of the chocolate chip cookie. Well, kind of, anyway. So I would change that to a U. And then I'll make a new one right here. Like that. And change it to a G for silver. Yes, I'm a giant nerd. Y'all can laugh and point. I do not care. As long as I don't fall into my own hole again. Alright, so time to head back to base. Which will be a fun drive. Yep. I got plenty of silver and gold here. So let's head back to base, and we can deal with everything else later. Oh. And see how much damage the lightning storm has caused base while we were gone. Because I have lightning damage on. So that will cause some serious damage. Oh, fuck! Alright. I forgot to do that. There's silver in a rock. And I passed right past that rock a while ago. Hey, yay, yay. But continuing on to the base, which is about 2 kilometers away, we're going roughly 25 meters a second, which isn't too bad. And while going at this, the rover will continue to work for the next 15 to 16 hours, which is good. Alright, let's see. And we're just gonna keep on going. I'm gonna, at some point, also be able to hook this up to the base so it can charge in some capacity. I'm gonna have something that can transport both this and a mining ship anywhere I want to go to get certain stuff. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm, but it's not raining. There's something wrong with that. There should be rain, but it's only lightning. Where are we, in the Sahara? No, you get back here. Alright, so I'm going to drop this right down. Right there. Apparently I can't. Apparently there might not be enough room. Why won't let me do that? Let me do that. Why won't let me do that? Oh, do I? Oh, yes. Yes. I think I'm going to be able to get... It's only a basic refinery. So it's the only way I'm going to get silver is through stone. So I need to make an actual refinery, an industrial one. That's just great. Especially since stone only gives you 0.01 silver every single time it goes through anything. Which means I'm going to have to go through a lot more stone. I mean a lot. And the interior turret is out of ammo. Come up here. Did I really just turn my dampeners off? I did. I am an idiot today. And I'm just going to move out over there. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like lightning is doing anything bad. My turbines are still moving, so there's that bright side, I guess. But every single time it seems to thunder, it seems like they go from putting out that to going to zero over and over and over. See? I wonder what you unlock by building an H2O2 generator. Curious. We'll type in H2 here. Bring us up to here. So we unlock the crowd chambers, the lab bats, the refill stations. Okay. Oxygen tank, air vents. More tanks. And we also unlocked the hydrogen engine and the hydrogen tanks. So that's pretty cool. You, mister, are going to be a problem. Going to require 20 silver ignots. Oh. Oh boy! So at this point, I might as well just put a drill on top of this thing. What the hell's a prototype drill? Oh, that thing is huge! Holy crap! Holy mama! So, yes, it has a small version. There are things in the way. So, we're gonna have to take off these lights. But since we're able to make more, we can always put more lights like up there. Yeah, which actually is a good idea, so freaking calf. Ooh. Well, that doesn't do much. Let's try this again, see if we can find something that's going to be better. So, okay, to place that, I'm going to need steel plate. So I can put that into motion for that, at least. Only thing I'm missing is the 3 medical comps or components. Now this. So there's nothing in production. I'm literally gonna just take that out. I'm literally just going to go up to a rock or a mountain and I'm just going to just start digging. So, I'm going to need to pull this down here so I can do that either way. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go find a rock. And if the rock is like full of silicone or something, I need to find a rock so I can get a bunch of stone. It's gonna be the main component is stone. And if I get something else extra for it, cool. But stone is what I need. Sadly, with that running, so let's fill this entire thing up with stone, as much as we can. I chose a good area because it has silver and gold and plenty of cobalt and everything else, but it's not enough. That should be quite a bit. Hopefully that'll be plenty for now. I'm not using, as I'm just letting it, just roll. I'm not using up too much battery, thankfully, right now. Because of the weight, it's going to take a little bit longer to do that. So you go to the wheels. I'm gonna have to increase their power by a little. Yep, and I'll take as much of that as I can. I'm gonna shove it in the refinery. Just gonna keep doing that over and over and over. Not sure. I should just I should turn off the turret and let the wolves come to me so that I can get their meat, because it's a good source. Thank you, baby. I'm going to go here and drop more stone into here. I'm gonna do it that way. I still might have to make a actual thing. One of these takes 6.67 silver eggs. Slowly getting there, crawling up. I'm gonna have to literally babysit this. Which sucks. So for every 200 stone, it goes up by 0.01 silver egg. That's good. I'm gonna need a lot more stone. I just had a brain fart there. Let's see, I'm looking for a half. I'd probably be better off looking into the armor blocks themselves. I am. I am having fun. It's just a little sad that not as many people are, kind of showing up today. And mouse steel plates again. Go figure. So it was able to make one. How much stone is left? Not that much. It took 6,000 stone to make one map column. Which means I need to either just focus on building an industrial refinery, a refinery in general. So I'm building one of these, or I go and I get a shit ton more get a shit ton more stone one, which is more or less what I'm gonna do. Glad I watched Splitsy's video earlier to know that this is actually a pretty decent idea. To passively gain stone. Ooh, what's that? Is that? Ooh, there's magnesium and silicone over near the ice. That's cool. Hoping that I can just fill this entire thing up. And then that should be it, but I know better than that. Smart man, I know better. I think that's what's going to do it. No, we're not going to be taking over this time. Please. Come on. I don't know. So back to over here so we can deposit more of these. And check on the algae. Alright, so come over here, we're going to type in stone. Apparently is no longer in the refinery. That's okay, I'll put it there. I'll just keep getting all the stone from here. Move that to there. Almost 7K to make one of these. Okay. Alright, so let's check on these things. No, we done games. 36 seconds. Oh, how about that? That is a lot of kelp crisp, which means that my system is working really freaking well. You can use, just like with solar panels, you can tell by the lights how well they are actually working. They're all on 2. Some of them were on 3 when we first pulled up. These ones right here are all on 4. So my idea for how to set this thing up working miraculously. So thinking about putting some in the back end here, so that when the sun gets up, well, that was on live stream, so that's gonna live on the internet forever. So as the sun gets on the backside here, they'll still collect, the sunlight. Oh, I accidentally turned off my dampeners while I was flying, so I pretty much plowed my face into the earth. On stream. And you know what? We can also make use of this stuff too by actually setting up some solar panels. Yes, they are getting the light from the sun as well, so but of course that's gonna take steel plates I don't have right now. Or do I? How many steel plates do I have? I have 2 more steel plates. So it can always use more power. And that stopped at 5.20 for silver. How much more stone do I have? So hopefully that'll produce more. Silver here. Hopefully it'll be enough. Alright, I am gonna change the color of this stuff because I don't like how so change some of this coloring. Alright, so that should pop up more like that.
This big
What? But he's using it for something else?
Sad part about solar panels is that they only get power from whenever the sun is out. So I guess I could try and set it up where I wish I had the there's a mod that's on the PC. It's called Smart Rotors for solar panels. And it's such a good mod. You can set it up and it literally follow the sun throughout the entire day. If I could set that up for both the solar and the algae, I'd have maximum efficiency for all day. Because right now, only these 5 right here are getting full output. The rest are either getting 1 or none. But full output right here. See how solar panels doing. Current output's not bad. Could be better. Definitely not as good as the wind turbines. Okay, so we're gonna hide the empty. And yeah. The algae, the food processors work pretty good. So we're going to make more of these because this is what we're more or less going to survive off from, pretty much. So yeah. I can't get up to the unidentified signal. So how's this coming? So close. That bothers me. So close to having enough silver to do it. Thank you, baby. Wait. Pop that right there. Just like that, we've done a survival. We got the survival thing done. This is just a simple base. I need to work on something that I can, truly be creative with. I try to be amazing. I'm not always amazing, but I try. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish building these right here. Like, that makes the most sense to me. Get the full power of our, pretty much our power control system here up and running. While that's doing that, I'm going to go and collect as much ice as possible. Because there's an ice lake right over here. We're pretty much just gonna keep doing big rounds of that over and over and over. I'm also gonna get a hydrogen tank set up. Get some hydrogen tanks in my inventory. It'll take up some space, but allow me to fly for longer. So we're gonna go down here to the basic assembler. I'm gonna put in for one of these. I'm going to move it to the front of the line. With that, and just like that, that is full, and it'll allow me to keep going back and forth between the ice and the base continuously until I run out both. Now, madam, I'm trying to run a kid-friendly stream here. I love the fact that you are hitting on me in my stream, but my stream is rated for PG-13 or hopefully PG, not X-rated. Alright. Yes, you did make me smile. So, win for now. No. I'm at the max level I can get for a survival boost, which is pretty cool. But also, at the same time, kind of odd. I should make another battery, or 4, to just in case I start running out of stuff. So, I'll get those set up and I'll do the batteries as soon as I get done finishing out the stack of wind turbines. They're outputting pretty damn good. Let's see. Like, this thing is full power. It doesn't have to output anything unless the wind turbines go down, which is pretty great. Okay, so down there, put down there, and put down there. There. So 3 more batteries in case those and that over there stops working. It'll give me time to be able to get the parts I need to repair everything and go from there. And I keep making more food. I won't starve on this game though. Food processors put out 10 more kelp crisps. Oh, components were successfully withdrawn. Ugh. Now we got one more here. Just like that, I have a huge amount of power. I got the power! Great, now I want to watch Bruce Almighty again. So how much is... They're all putting out about 100 kilowatts. And the basic assembler itself, all on its own, requires less than 300 kilowatts. So 3 of those are powering this, while one of them is only powering this. There we just are sitting out. Alright, so, yep, we got all that stuff going. Practically everything I need from there. Only thing I'm missing are going to be the power cells. It's going to take all that a little while to do, so let's check out our stock of everything. Not surprised that the silver's that. It's like we're missing quite a bit of iron. So, if we're missing iron, I'll just start making more iron. Okay. Also, really glad I set up as big algae farm as I did, because those are definitely going to keep me alive. Okay. So I got that finished. This is a nice, neat little base, but it can be better, a lot better. So, I have a basic assembler and basic refiner. Next step would be to start setting up a regular assembler and regular refiner. Yeah. Sorry, I'm yawning there a bit. But I think I'd like to go into space first. That's gonna be a whole nother thing. You know, it's too bad that it doesn't give a mining bonus, just a grinding and a welding bonus. I hope I have everything I need. Jeez Louise. I'm missing freaking batteries. What 3 components can be put into production? Like, all I'm missing is the batteries. I think I know the reason why it wasn't working. Disabled. Oh yeah. Okay, as it is coming up on a 2-hour marker, everyone, I'm gonna let this build. I'm gonna go sit in the rover, and I'm gonna go take a short break. And if you have been enjoying this, please like and subscribe. Okay, everyone, I am back. Let's get to doing this, finishing all this stuff up. Let's see how far this has gone. And that, just transfer that to there. I'm gonna redo this. Little by little, until I can finish it. Glad to know that you guys aren't getting completely ousted by the sound of the welding. Because when I'm welding in real life, it sounded like that. Alright, so those three are good to go. You recharge in 3 hours time, which is good. Now that should be a really easy thing for it to do. Okay. Oy vey. Alright, so why? Yeah, there we go. Cooperation mode only works really well if, and only if, you're actually using full assemblers, because just trying to do it with a survival kit, it's not going to be able to do what you want. You know what? We need some light in this area. I'm being surrounded by pirates. That gives a little bit of light, but not much. But it'll work. Well, let's see how much the food processor has made. Holy crap. Alright, so. Oh. I'm trying, but I don't feel like I am. I'm trying to stop doubting myself. And I know you're being supportive, baby. I love you too. So the base of all that is dim. They said it was going to take a couple hours for these to get recharged fully. I think after I get done finishing up that one, I'm going to build those three, finish that up quick. And I'm going to start actually thinking and planning here. So right now, this is just to help me get set up for something bigger, something better. Because I would love to make some kind of like actual base that I'm actually based out of. For like a spaceport and stuff like that kind of stuff. Garage for the rover, the whole works. And then eventually, go up into space and conquer that. Go to Mars and the moon. Because, you know, why not? Alright, those are not part of the walls done. I'm not sure. I just wanted to do these here. And then go from there. Am I out of iron? Looks like I'm out of iron. Lately. Oops. Time to get back to doing this again. Frankly, I never should have stopped, but...
Inventory full. Review. Inventory full.
Oh. Yeah. Guys will allow me to do something. I'm actually going to go check and see if they actually have one mod quick. Because I'd like to have the automatic sorting. I really miss it. Yeah, they don't have as many mods on here as they do on the computer, which sucks. Oh well. Wondering if this is the mod that caused everything to go haywire. Let's do an experiment! We're gonna do an experiment, guys!
Hey, what time?
Yep, it is.
Gravy, potatoes. What do you want in your special?
So that one mod right there is one thing you cannot use on console. Even if you want the dangers of having the Reavers in your universe, you can't because it's scripted, and they don't like that. So I found the mod that was messing with everything else. It's good to know. Sad, but it's good to know. Could probably play when I'm not on a public server though, because right now I'm on a public one for whenever my friends would want to join sometime. So now we wait for it to load. Sadly. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait. And we're still waiting. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's back up. So now, we get to work. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. That was such a horrible impression of that anime. I apologize for all of you who are also fans of the anime known as Soul Eater, because that was a terrible death impression. I am so sorry. I actually feel really bad for that one. Alright, so my inventory. Because I'm going to finish kind of doing an outline for a few things here. Hey, so gonna start playing a little bit here. Alright, so I still have a while until the sun comes back up. And one thing is becoming painfully clear. I need iron. A lot of it. Now, this thing would be good, for the most part, as a mining ship. But it's not going to be enough, to be frank. I'm going to make an actual... I'm trying to think of the proper word here. An actual, mining rover. I'm going to have to make an actual one. Because this thing is going to be built more for exploration than anything else. And that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm actually going to try and build my own. Hope I do it right. Because I am terrible at doing stuff. That kind of stuff. Right now, we're going to get rid of these offset lights. Or A. They are terrible. B. Those are going to be a lot better. But yeah. This right here, I will use as a discovery rope. I will use when I need to go out and about and venture through the world, more or less. Alright, so those are now it's done making that stuff. So yeah, should definitely be able to see where I'm going now. But I am still going to probably put some more offset lights there too, still. Just because it'll just make it easier. I need a construction thing. So now we pretty much have fog lights and regular lights. Yay! But I'm going to put a connector on the back of this so that it can recharge when it's not in use. It's more or less just going to be a transport, is what I'm going to use this for. All it's going to be is transport from now on. P and Shift P, get the same color. Which means I'm also going to have to figure out a way to charge this thing. I'm thinking that I can just back up to right here. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I have a message from somebody on my phone. Just so that it doesn't become too ass heavy, I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to do this. It's a connector. It should. There you go. There's a switch locked. It's going to take up me a little bit to be able to get completely backed up to this thing. You know, maybe I should have put lights on the rear end too. Yep, that should work. And then I can devote time in making an actual mining ship. Yes, that was very handy for collecting stone, but I'd like to get an actual mining rover going. No, it's because I hit you too hard. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do that quick. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to name this to... Instead of this being a respawn rover, let's name it the Oddus rover. And we'll change this to rover battery. Now I can go in here. I can find the... Should be able to find it. I should be able to find this. And I can switch it to recharge. So that all it has to do is just recharge. Doesn't have to put anything out. Yeah, I'm still the only one. Guy connected and then left. Well, I guess... Yeah, those lights are strong. Apparently now it's at a 5-hour recharge because we have another battery charging. That's the reason why I say, folks, you always need to have more power. So, yeah, I'm going to go back to main thing I'm going to have to do is mine a shit ton of iron. Ah. You know, I can't go get that yet.
Inventory full.
Alright, you know what? That'd be a better option. Probably. But they require interior plates. No, I do not wish to respawn. Holy crap. 4, 5, 6. Keep coming up with more projects for myself. Well, this is just giving me going back and forth. I love it. A lot of this is giving me going back and forth for iron.
Inventory full.
Oh, yay. And back from iron. Because in order for me to build what I want to build in order to harvest everything, I'm going to need a lot of iron.
No, no.
Inventory full.
Mommy, the spoon fall down. Yummy stuff. And there's some food. And it's supposed to
Oh. Gotta sit up for a second. Stretch on my back. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I already have enhanced everything. I already have a hydrogen bottle. But as I'm only resource gathering and everything, I haven't come up with a plan for what to do next. I'm going to call it here, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will see you in the next one.